everyone, hope you're all well. Chris Fellows asked me about how I train the hook. So it's pretty simple. Basically, yeah, bicep and tricep. That is the only things I hit. A lot of people's big on side pressure and stuff at the moment. I think a lot of your side pressure comes from that tricep. So basically all I do is your half range bicep curls, so right from a lock off position, back up. I only do full range for blood flow and flexibility. You don't always want to do half range all the time. And then just the tricep, close grip, bench press, or if you can mimic it all on a table like your pulleys, I'll train triceps. Very short movements, small movements again, but that is all I do. Yeah, it's bicep, tricep, keeping it simple. Yeah, so positioning's on the table for the hook. Now, where do I start with this? I'll set off with defence. I've always found that I'm always stronger in a defensive position if you're in a hook rather than the attacking. I think that's mainly because you have a lot more connection on your bicep if someone's hitting close to the pad. Plus you're more stable, so you're locked off. You can use your body, you're digging on your elbow, you've got more support there. So you've got to kind of think that when someone is attacking, their body position will change, okay? And that's probably where the person who's attacking is going to be get to be the weakest, because they'll probably come off the back a little bit. Things start straightening out, so a little bit more off the bicep. So you kind of think in a way, it's a bit like a chess game is the hook. That's how I've always kind of found it. So if someone's attacked, that's the moment where you've got to try and gain position. And usually, with me, it's always been if someone's attacked in the hook, you either counter that with up pressure or back pressure with the tricep. So it's in there. So same again, I was on about the side pressure. Everyone's big on the side pressure, but if you're in the hook, you're curled in, it's more on the bicep and the forearm ligaments. So really that's where you need to capitalise. I think being in the hook, it's always about not rushing. You've got to, like a chess game. So you're trying to gain baby steps all the time, gaining positions, little pieces, to be able to finish the game. So if someone's attacked, that's where them half curls come into play. It's all on the bicep, but at the same time, you can sink into it. You've got to create that frame. That frame has got to be strong. There is a few arm wrestlers out there who are float on the elbow. Stuart Hall used to be a really, really strong back. You used to see him pulling, and it was always slightly bobbling. So that must have meant he was like ridiculously stronger than anyone else. I find that I'm not as strong if I float. I've got to position and stay tight all the time. I've got to have my back connected. So that, right, going back to that, I'm going all over the spot here, right. So if someone's attacked, I'm either forcing pressure up, and that will in turn hit their rotation. So it's starting to open more onto their rotation here, opening them up, getting them off the shoulder when they come back up. Okay, so the up pressure's here. So you're gaining more height, more room. So it's either that to open up their bicep, or it's a cross and pull with the tricep. okay, and then that hits the bicep as well. But yeah, I've always found that once they come up, it's all about making little adjustments to get further to that side of the pad. So you never really want to try and attack for a hook unless you can gain something on the match. Sometimes I've seen people hit from a defensive position from there and then they'll hit. Maybe you can do that, I don't know. I'm not an expert. But I've found you wait for the breath, you wait for them to release that little bit of pressure, that little bit of power first, before I can come up and dig the elbow in again. I need to gain those little positions all the time. Yeah, resting points. I've always found the tricep to be a good resting point for me. So it's when someone's attacking you, that's when the biceps working. As soon as if you're over the other side, say, yeah, if you're attacking, so I'm attacking this side, I would generally use the tricep as a resting point. In with that, so that's where your down pressure comes in. That's your resting point, and then when I attack, that's when I use the back pressure, bicep, and at the same time, that's gaining me more distance to the back of the pad or across to the pad, pulling your opponent more open, more exposed. So yeah, like a chess game. So these are the little things to think about. If you're gonna go into the hook, it's either you win straight away, fast hook, or if you get into the grind and the match stops, then yeah, it's all about baby steps, trying to gain control, trying to close everything in. You want your elbows close to your back, your arm close into yourself. Everything needs to be as small a circle as possible to get the most output, the most power. Yeah, so I've babbled on about all sorts there, but hopefully you get a little bit of something from it. But if you want to babble on a bit more about hook positions and stuff, let me know in the comments. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks very much, guys. Cheers.